Hey!
Yo, 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 yo.
Jess is running a little late. Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday. Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning. Envy, you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
How was China, man?
Yo, China was dope. Drop a bomb for China.
Okay.
So I was out there for the NBA. The NBA does, I guess they're going international. So every year they do games in different places. They did in Dubai a couple of weeks ago, and they did China last week. It was the Brooklyn Nets versus the Phoenix Suns. And first and foremost, China is one of the cleanest places I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Yes.
I've never been, so I don't know.
Like, I've been to Dubai, and Dubai was clean, but China is probably way cleaner. Like, you don't see any pollution, anything on the floor, no homeless people, no smoking cigarette butts, nothing of that. It's just strictly clean. The food was great. They showed me so much love, and it's surprising that people, they listened to the Breakfast Club. They knew who I was. They knew some of our interviews. It was an experience. So, like I said, they do 2 games each year. Next year, they're doing it as well. And, it was great. I seen so many people. Starberry was out there. Shaquille O'Neal, Sean Marion. Stephon Marbury, yeah. Sean Marion was out there. Vince Carter was out there. What's up, Jess? Who else was out there? I seen Jeremy Lin was out there. Jeremy Lin, and
he should be
he's one of the biggest players. Well, one of the biggest players. Like they love Jeremy Lin.
He should be.
Yao Ming.
They should.
Yao Ming,
I'm sure they love him too.
When Yao Ming and him walked in, I mean, it was crazy.
That's their hood.
I seen rapper Jin.
I saw that. That looked very stereotypical. I was like, what the hell is Jin doing in China? Like, that just seemed
He's
like
from there.
Wow.
I know, but it just, you know.
Yeah, so
you don't like to see Chinese people in China?
No, I do. I just didn't expect to see Jin. Like, seeing Envy with Jin was just like very like
commercial.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Jin is actually, he's huge out there. Like, they love Jin. He's an MC out there for the games.
Jin hits me up all the time, actually.
He told me. He lives in Jersey, actually.
Hey, that's my point.
He lives in Jersey.
Damn, okay.
He lives in Jersey.
Nice.
So salute to Jin. But I had a great time.
Heard
Food was
you
amazing.
eating clean.
The food is so clean. The Chinese food there, and they had a buffet.
Did you have fresh bat?
And they had everything.
Oh,
Just ignore him. They had every type of food you could imagine, from sushi, steak, from American food to you name it.
I know the American food was even clean.
It was clean. And they had unlimited lobster tails.
They call it American food?
What they call it?
No, it was just food. It was just food.
I'm saying, you know how over here we say Chinese food. Do they have? You said American food, so did they call it American food? Did you go to an American food restaurant?
No, they had like Shake Shack. They didn't say American food Shake Shack. It was just Shake Shack.
Right.
But the restaurants were great. We went through, and there's a K-pop and C-pop is huge.
Yes, of course.
So I got a chance to do a TikTok with a K-pop artist.
Yeah.
Her name is Jessie. Yeah. So it was really good. We had a great time, and so I know we'll be back
what music
next year.
did you play?
I played a little bit of everything.
That's what's up.
Kendrick was probably one of the biggest hip hop artists.
You play no Chinese songs?
K-pop. I played a K-pop song. I don't know what I played. They just gave it to me.
Don't bring none of that over here this morning now, unless it's fire.
I might. Okay. I'm not playing no K-pop here this morning. But it was K-pop and C-pop. But it was dope, and they love like crossover. Like Lady Gaga is probably one of the biggest American artists when I played in the club. That's all right. Yeah. So it was dope. So salute to everybody in China, and that's from Chinese that listen to the Breakfast Club. We had an amazing time. I met the owner of the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
He's Chinese?
He's Chinese.
That's what's up.
I'll just tell you the conversation before we continue on. I'm sitting next to Jeremy Lin, and this young 23-year-old, he looked like 24, 25 Chinese gentleman comes over to Jeremy Lin and was like, yo, I was a fanboy when I met you. I signed your autograph. You signed my jersey. So Jeremy Lin was like, no problem. He's like, thank you. He was like, yeah, I own the Boston Celtics now.
Dang.
We looked at each other like, what? He's like, yeah, I own the Celtics.
So you didn't even know that?
He looks like Logan's age.
I don't.
So Bill Chisholm is Chinese, the Celtics owner?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know
I
if
think you're just making this up. I'm
not.
looking at this guy, Bill Chisholm. Nothing about him look Chinese, and he old as hell.
Well, maybe it's his son, because he said he was the 19th.
He was over there in China sitting with him. You can't tell him.
He was the 19th son, and he said he bought it with a bunch of his friends. He said his
so maybe it's part of a group.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So did you learn any words?
No.
What?
I didn't learn any words.
You're a clown.
Yeah, so salute to everybody again in China. Salute to Reggie, who brought me down, and everybody had an amazing time. Hopefully I'll see you guys next year. 15-hour flight, though.
Damn.
15 and a half hour
A
flight.
day to get there and a day to get back, basically.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much, yeah.
Got you. I'm proud of you, yo.
I had a good time, so salute to everybody again. Now, let's get the show cracking. Miguel will be joining us this morning. He has a new album called Chaos.
Man, let me tell you something. First of all, I hold Miguel's music in high regard. He hasn't put out an album in 8 years. I think War and Peace was his last project, so I've been listening to Chaos all weekend. So I cannot wait to sit down and have a conversation with Miguel.
Yes, and
as if it already hasn't happened.
It happened yesterday. And also Angela Rye, Tiffany Cross, Andrew Gillum, and Bakari Sellers will be joining us, the host of the Native Land podcast. So we'll chop it up with them as well, all right? And let me salute to Philly. I heard we in Philly now.
Yes.
What's up, Philly?
We in Philly, shorty.
Salute to Philly. All right, well, let's get the show cracking. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, some quick sports and Monday Night Football. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24, and the Falcons beat the Bills 24-14. In Major League Baseball, the Dodgers beat the Brewers 2-1. They lead the series 1-0. And the Mariners beat the Blue Jays 10-3. They lead that series 2-0. All right? What's up, Mimi?
Hey, girl.
Peace, Mimi.
Welcome back, MV. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, well, we start this morning in the Middle East, where President Trump just wrapped up a fast-moving trip, calling it a historic dawn of a new era. And the president, he signed a U.S. brokered peace deal in Egypt alongside key leaders from Israel and across the region, marking the official end of the 2-year war between Israel and Hamas. Now, Trump says the agreement will not only end the fighting in Gaza, but could reshape the Middle East, calling it his most significant foreign policy achievement yet. Let's listen to some of that speech.
But the momentous breakthrough that we're here to celebrate tonight is more than the end of the war in Gaza. It's with God's help, it'll be the new beginning for an entire beautiful Middle East. From this moment forward, we can build a region that's strong and stable and prosperous and united in rejecting the path of terror. The final sprint to this deal began less than 3 weeks ago on the sidelines of the United Nations in New York. I met with many of the people in this room, and it all just started coming together.
So, as part of that deal, the last 20 living Israeli hostages held by Hamas were released yesterday, and they were released in exchange for the freedom of 1,900 Palestinian prisoners. Now, President Trump declared the war over, but experts warn the peace may be very fragile. The deal requires Hamas to give up its weapons, something many believe will be difficult to enforce. And while celebrations took place in Israel and in Egypt, Gaza's future remains uncertain. After 2 years of relentless airstrikes, much of the region is in ruins, and humanitarian groups say rebuilding could take decades. But back here at home, the deal is drawing rare bipartisan praise. Former Presidents Biden, Clinton, and Obama are all applauding the release of the hostages and the pause in fighting, with Biden calling it a long overdue moment of relief and a chance for civilians in Gaza to rebuild their lives. So
yeah, I mean, listen, let's hope so. I hope they maintain peace. I'm glad the hostages came home, and I hope they both keep a ceasefire. Yeah, but it is kind of strange though, right? Because Hamas feels Israel shouldn't exist, and the current Israeli government, Bibi and them, they don't want a 2-state solution. So what is peace going to actually look like long term?
Yeah, and that's what they're still trying to find out, because it's like a 20-point deal. And so right now they're still like on the first phase. And so who knows, as this keeps going on, Charlamagne, what this will look like. So we will continue to follow that. And a warning this morning for the 42 million families who rely on SNAP benefits, better known as food stamps. States are alerting recipients that big changes are coming. So a November 1st deadline is approaching for states to comply with the new One Big Beautiful Bill, a sweeping law that passed this summer that completely overhauls the SNAP program. Now, the program helps low-income Americans put food on the table, but with federal spending on SNAP being cut by $186 billion over the next decade, experts warn that many could lose access. Now, one of the biggest challenges targets what they call able-bodied adults without dependents. So to keep their benefits, they now have to prove that they're working 80 hours a month, or they're in school or in a training program. Now, without that proof, their benefits will stop after 3 months. Now, that rule used to only applied to people between the ages of 18 to 54. It now applies to anyone under 65. And then just a few more exemptions. So only parents with children under 14 are excused from that work rule that I just mentioned. Before it was 18. And veterans, people without stable housing, young adults leaving foster care will also now have to follow that work rule. So the law is just changing for anyone who can receive SNAPs. We're talking refugees, asylum seekers, and survivors of human trafficking. They are all expected to lose eligibility. But the federal officials say that they will be putting out more guidelines soon. And so we'll have to keep checking back to see what that looks like. But for families, you guys already stretched thin, these changes could mean a lot of tough choices at the grocery store.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a cold winter. Y'all better bundle up. Word to freeway. Your folks is going to be starving. You hear me? Mm-hmm. This is going to be the year that you really going to have to remember the reason for the season when it comes to the holidays. Because there ain't going to be no gifts. All right?
Absolutely. And speaking of the holidays, yeah, Jess, what were you saying?
I said I've been doing that for years. Anyway, everybody just been knowing the reason for the season.
All right. Well, and speaking of holidays, if you're looking for a little extra cash this holiday season, there may be some good news on the job front. We'll tell you who's hiring and how to cash in. That's coming up at 7.
It ain't OnlyFans, is it? You ain't about to tell people to sell some ass.
Nah, it's not OnlyFans.
I don't even know
some ass selling this one,
man. It's been ass selling before this, so yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be some ass selling.
All right. We'll see you next hour, Mimi. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray. Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is. We live?
Hello, who's this?
It's Tisha from Texas.
What's up, Tisha from Texas? Good morning.
Hey, welcome back, Envy. So I know Good Morning USA meant something different today, huh?
It sure did back home. That was a long flight, though. I had a great time, though. It was a great time. Mackay is like the Vegas of China, so it's like nothing but casinos. It's very beautiful. Like, you know how Vegas has casinos based off different places, Paris and New York?
Yeah.
It's the same thing there, but on a whole different scale.
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, I'm calling to tell you, I really enjoyed that Allen Iverson interview. From the clarity in his voice to what he was saying, the specific things about his friends, I wanted to just weep. It was so sincere. The Breakfast Club has a way of extracting information from people that nobody else gets. And I was just glued to the radio. It was so good. Man, and I just wanted to thank y'all for having the ability to do that. And also, speaking of interviews, that Bia interview yesterday, it was real good, too. Now, I'm about to be petty. And Envy, you can go ahead on and hang up on me now.
I'm not.
But her breath stink, because you know, in Petty and Pretty, Cardi said her breath stink. Now, does it?
I didn't
go ahead on. Y'all can hang up on me. It's okay.
We're not hanging up on you.
I did.
You know what's so funny about that Bia interview? People were saying that we were being biased.
Yeah.
How we were being biased?
No.
I didn't get it either.
I liked it because you know what? Even Jess said she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Jess said online she liked the flow. I like that song because she gave us a little Biggie and she gave us a little Kim in that flow of that song.
Mm-hmm.
I did tell Justin some of that now.
Wow, music is subjective, and to me, that's what I thought about it. I thought she did great. She has a voice.
She did good, but you could tell she kept talking about she didn't want to argue with Party. Okay, we've heard that everywhere else. Whoever you're arguing with has some bars, so go ahead on and argue with them because whatever it was fire.
Thank you, Tisha.
Okay, bye, y'all.
I like Tisha, but it's crazy because some people will watch interviews and project how they feel. Like, they know we rock with Cardi, so they like, look at them being biased. We just sitting here having a conversation. But because you got it in your mind that we team Barty, which I am. I'm gonna be. I'm not honest about that.
So what you mean?
Yeah. But we're not being biased. We ain't nothing biased about that interview. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
She said what she said about Cardi. We ain't even push back on her. Like, okay,
it wasn't biased, but
there was nothing biased about that
like
interview.
3 questions about that. It was a lot of questions about it.
What about what?
Like Cardi, when we started,
because but you got to think
going back. And kept going back.
Bia came to us last week. So before she did all the other interviews, she came to Breakfast Club. Right. So, of course, we're going to ask her about Cardi's Pretty and Petty.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Of course. But
how is that us being biased?
No, we wasn't biased. We asked her about it.
biased.
We asked her where it started. She explained it.
Yes.
She, I don't think it was biased.
Okay.
But the sad thing is, I'm Team Barty regardless. But,
Right.
but we weren't attacking her. We let her speak and see what she was saying.
No. But I don't think we attack anybody, period. But it was just heavy on the Cardi questions. That's all. In my opinion.
No, I don't
that
think
hard.
so.
It was actually light.
Absolutely. I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, my name is Jane.
Hey, Jane. Good
Hey,
morning.
girl.
Hi, good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Jess. Hey, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne.
Peace. How are you?
I'm doing great. Highly blessed.
There you
I
go.
just want to say to I'm a bus driver out here, and I just want to get this off my chest. These people out here need to respect the sign when it says to stop because they keep going, and I don't think it's right. I just want to shout that out to all the bus drivers out here in the world, protecting these children, getting them safe to school and back home.
Yes, y'all are very underrated. You know what I mean? We trust y'all to get on y'all buses and get us to work on time, get our kids to school. Hope that y'all not crazy. Let me ask you a question. Who the hell not stop? You said they not stopping at stop signs.
They don't stop. It's a lot of driving. I live in Rockland County over here by Nyack and Spring Valley, and there's a lot of people that don't stop and keep going.
Oh, when that stop sign come out on the side of the bus, you mean?
Got you.
I do have
Right.
a
On
question.
the side of the bus, the side and the front.
I
So
see.
it's like they need to understand that it's serious out here.
I do have a question. If the students start fighting or disrupting on the bus, what can you do? Do you just got to pull the bus over and call for help? You can't stop them, right? Or you can't put hands on them to break them up?
Right. We're not allowed to do that. You just pull over, like you said, and call dispatch and let them call the school or whatever, get another bus out there. Yeah, we're not allowed to touch your children at all. No.
All right. Well, thank you, and we appreciate you. I know it's a tough job with them students on the bus sometimes.
Yes, and I just want to say, DJ Angie, congratulations on your daughter's engagement.
Thank you so much.
Charlamagne, I'm trying to get out there to your one of your mental illness things out there. My granddaughter's going through it, so I need some help with her.
Okay, damn. We just had the 5th annual Mental Wealth Expo, but we putting
I
together.
know, and I couldn't make it out there, but yes, I would love some information so I can get my granddaughter some help.
Go to mentalwealthalliance.org. Go to mentalwealthalliance.org, and we got resources up there that you can tap into.
Yes.
Good luck,
I
Mama.
will do that. And thank you guys for having me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Jess Hilarious, you are the bomb. I love you too. And Lauren, give her my love.
Definitely.
Y'all have a
Love you
great
too,
day.
baby.
Peace.
All right,
I
you
love
too.
you all. Thank you.
Speaking of musty,
Oh, my goodness.
what?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051.
Somebody said your name.
If you need to vent, all right. If you need to vent, things just never change.
I know.
Jesus.
I know.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's crazy.
Jesus.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up now. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, good morning. This your boy Prince.
Prince, what up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Ain't up, man. Good morning, Breakfast Club family. Charlamagne, Jess,
Peace,
and
King.
DJ Envy.
What's
Come on,
up,
sir.
baby?
Yeah, man. I got a question for you, Envy.
Yes, sir.
Your trip to China.
Yes,
you
sir.
said it's very clean over there, right?
Yeah, it was very clean. Absolutely.
I've heard different. And I was like, is he sure he's not talking about Japan? Because I know Japan is very clean.
Sir, I went to Mackay, China.
Yo,
I went to go see 2 basketball games and a DJ.
like you gonna
It
get
was
the location wrong.
It was very clean, sir. It wasn't Japan. I was in
By the way, China's a big place, though.
Mackay. That's what I said. Mackay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
China.
saying. Like there might be parts of China that
Yeah,
are dirty.
We landed in Hong Kong and drove to Mackay, China, which was about a 35, 40-minute drive. And when I was walking through the city, which I did, because, Ben's had me walking around checking out the actual city, the country.
Ben's look 8 feet tall over there, by the way. I mean, her foot looks so goddamn big.
No, you don't understand. They were running up to her taking pictures because they thought she was a WNBA
Her
player.
foot
love
looked like
it.
transportation. I'm surprised them Chinese people didn't try to ride her feet some more.
my
my
gosh.
goodness. Oh,
That's
my
actually a
goodness.
really good one. That's crazy though.
Yeah, but Mackay, China, which is like the Vegas of China, where they have all the casinos, is actually bigger than Vegas, and it's crazy. But no, that was very clean, sir.
But that's cool because the Japanese people, I heard they're very particular. They like everything in the right place. It's got to just be perfect. And China, I know, is a little different. But
Yeah, no, I've been to Japan too, but this was my first time in China. They're both pretty clean, but China was definitely Like, I couldn't even find a cigarette butt on the floor. Like, it was that. They had people walking around with, like,
why was you looking for cigarette butts on the floor?
Like,
you stay looking for butts on the floor, boy. Yeah, you a nasty, you a freaky ass boy.
Because people smoke, and when you walk, you see the cigarette butts on the floor.
You little Power Ranger. You over there looking for cigarette butts.
Oh, my God. Goodbye, sir.
You know what, man? I'm glad. Hey, real quick, I just want to say I'm on my way to work, and I'm 15 minutes late, just like Jess and Charlamagne.
First of all,
damn, boy.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. All I can say is, damn, boy. They ain't said,
I was here. I don't know what you talking about.
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Lou.
Oh, this is Santori from Big City of Cross, South Carolina.
Hey, Cross, what's happening? Salute to everybody in Cross, man.
Get it off your chest, brother.
That's what's up. I'm calling to get off my chest, Charlamagne. When you was down here and you did your, I believe it was your back to school thing on August the 9th.
Yes, sir.
You missed some big things going on right down the road in the city of Cross. My son Carmelo was awarded the Gates Scholarship. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's like 48,000 applicants. They only chose 750, and he was one of them. He was able to go to any school. That's what's up. He was able to go to any school in the United States, fully funded, all the way up until I believe it's like whatever comes a little bit above undergrad. I ain't too sure about that, but
that's incredible.
I'm like, how Charlamagne not tapped in right down the road from him? So that's what I was just calling to get off my chest and let everybody know that the community did a great job of supporting him. Everybody came out and just did their thing. We got a 4-star recruit coming out across this year going to USC. My son went to USC as well. Got another son up there in Newberry doing big things, playing football. So we down here coming from the big city of Cross doing it, man. You need to stay a little bit more tapped in.
Dang. I'm not from Cross, but salute the Cross. Okay.
That's what's up, though. Congratulations to your son.
You right down the road, my brother.
Yes, sir. Do you know who got a scholarship in Bones Corner?
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
But it wasn't as big. It wasn't.
No,
as
I
big
respect. Respect.
What kind of scholarship it was? You said.
The Gates Scholarship.
Gates Scholarship.
Okay.
You thought it was the Gates Scholarship. That's what you heard.
And he going to the University of South Carolina?
Yes, he is.
Congratulations to you, brother. That's a great thing, man.
So both of your boys. Congrats. Appreciate that.
That's what's up. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Thank you, King.
See, Charlamagne ain't tapped. Who got the scholarship in Queens?
Not tapped all the way.
Who got the scholarship in Baltimore?
I have no idea.
Who got the scholarship in Delaware?
But I'm happy for that young man.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got the latest with Lauren. You all what? Read it out? Leathered out?
Yeah, she look good.
Is that leather? No, that's denim. Okay. All right.
It's like the rustic denim.
Yeah.
It's given. It's
but if she'd had the sleeves up, I would have thought it was leather.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very misleading, but I like it. It's
very misleading.
Good morning.
Oh, damn.
Yo, it was something.
Can't even give you a compliment.
She don't need to fix her hair.
Yo, she just
no.
Got
What you
in
need
here.
to do is for once be a good sister and tell her that her she doing this right.
You see the way I was looking yesterday?
She's sitting there like
I did not say nothing. I was looking the way I was.
She got this little.
First of all, I didn't even get to nothing. I didn't get to no makeup, no nothing.
Just like she just walked in.
Who gonna see that?
Damn.
It's all right. We broke it off at the top, but baby girl, we gonna be good. We got something for y'all with that. All right.
Ladies with Lauren, what we talking about?
The ladies with Lauren. Okay, we done started some trouble, y'all.
Who is we?
I'm going to tell y'all in the latest. We, the Breakfast Club, this right here, we got somebody in trouble in the city. An interview we did, and we gonna have a conversation about the trouble we started.
I don't know nothing about what you're talking about.
I don't even be here like that, so I don't.
We're gonna get into it in the latest. It's a great conversation.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, guys. So remember when Little John was here on the Breakfast Club?
Yes, girl.
And we were having a conversation with him about who started crunk music.
Oh. Yes.
Memphis is upset with Little John.
What they say?
So, okay, so the conversation.
Can we play the conversation?
Yeah, we're gonna play the conversation. Let's listen to Little John when he was here on the Breakfast Club.
Did you ever trademark the word crunk?
I can't remember. Probably. Did all my ad libs. I know that.
Because you're the face of crunk, but to me, I would have to give. I would say 3 6 Mafia are probably the
So that's
the
another
fathers of
argument
crunk.
going
Okay.
around. It's an argument that says Memphis started crunk. Here's what I will say. We in Atlanta, you couldn't be in Atlanta in the 90s and not be listening to 8-Ball MJG. Mm-hmm. You couldn't be riding around not listening to Master P. Mm-hmm. Master P changed the landscape of
the South.
Yeah. Period.
That's right.
He was the first one that really got us rowdy. I would say it was Master P. I will say Memphis is part of the influence, but our sound is different. Yeah. Memphis was getting buck.
All right. So DJ Paul and Lil Jon had a conversation, and let's take a listen to what Lil Jon says he's been feeling as far as his reaction, people's reaction to that Breakfast Club statement. Look, you have number one, Lil Jon.
Every day.
Can you play DJ Paul?
Every day I gotta fight.
DJ Paul explaining why he was upset when he heard the Breakfast Club interview.
I can't believe was like, how he ain't showing Memphis love. I'm like, I literally shouted out.
What confused people is when you said that we didn't hear about it till '97, and that was what everybody was talking about in the comments. They was like, no, it came out in '94, and it came out before this and before about it or whatever. And see, that's what would have fixed everything. Right. Obviously, it was a lot to think about. You wasn't thinking like that, right? You know who would be, but if you would have said like it didn't hit in the club till '97, people would have understood. We was DJing from cassette tapes, nigga. I had 2 tape decks. It was crazy. I had a tape deck and a turntable, so because we had to play our music.
He's right. Paul's right. Memphis was the fathers of crunk. Tear the Club Up was like 94, 95, but then they remade it in 97, so it said Tear the Club Up 97 on whatever the CD, the vinyl, or whatever it was.
I stay out of the South business. I stay out the South business.
I didn't know that it would get this heated, honestly. But yeah, I'm about to start staying out of it. Only reason why I didn't know that is because I feel
you
like
wasn't born, because you was a kid. You was in the house.
They talked. So DJ Paul said that though. He said if you are under a certain age, you can't even have this conversation. I was like, he's definitely talking about me because I didn't know that this was even a thing.
It's true. And the sad thing is, I was in college in '95, so I was from New York, so I just had East Coast music. So I just learned about really South music going to college. I had. Roommates from Memphis, roommates from Mississippi, roommates from Atlanta. So they brought that style of music down there. But like I said, this ain't my fight.
You was listening to, what year was that you said?
95.
95? You was J. Rue the Damager? No, what's that? First Nas? What's that?
That was it. Oh, Nas was out by then. It was Hov.
Biggie. Hov wasn't out in 95. It didn't come out till 96.
Yeah, but Hov did the Hawaiian Sophie. That was out.
You was listening to Hawaiian Sophie?
It was freestyling. Yeah, it was Big Daddy Kane. It was J. Rue the Damager.
95 was a good year, though.
It was definitely great.
Yeah, that was a great year.
Yes, I was 3.
Onyx.
Yes.
Well, they also too had a conversation about like right now the reason why people even are having conversations about crunk music. The youth basically is what brings it in, and they gave credit to Waka Flocka, and they said that for a lot of the generation, us kids maybe who weren't outside, we wouldn't even really understand the feeling of crunk if it wasn't for Waka Flocka.
Love Waka.
Ushering it back in for then us to like filter into like the Little Johns and the 3-6s because we're a younger generation.
Flocka, Crime Mob, whether y'all realize it or not, whenever Nuck If You Buck play. That's right.
Yep. Scrappy.
That's
Crime
right.
Mob, and
Bustin' No Problem.
Yep.
Trillville too. Never Ever.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Trillville.
But I think Waka was after them though.
Yeah, he was.
Waka was way after them.
He was, but what they were saying, what DJ Paul and Lil Jon was saying is that because there's a younger generation who didn't attach to their original songs. When you hear, because they said crunk is a feeling, it's not just certain music. Yeah. When you hear the feeling of a Waka Flocka, it then takes you down a rabbit hole of the Little Johns and the 3-6s.
Bone Crusher. Yeah,
Bone Crusher. So they gave him credit for that as well too. So I'm glad they cleared it up. They agreed on some things, and hopefully Memphis will understand that Lil Jon didn't mean no harm.
And also too, man, you gotta understand we old, man. So the time, everything's a blur. We just be throwing numbers out there.
And
okay,
he's been
but
in business.
I did say that 3-6 was the father of crunk.
Yeah, you asked him about it.
I said that Lil Jon became the face of it. But 3-6 were the fathers of it.
But think about how much like he had to sit in the seat on the spot and like recollect all of those years, like track back. It was, it was most likely that he got something, a little twisted or whatever. But
it's a conversation that's been happening for a long time. Who created that crunk music?
Yeah,
they've been having that.
And I think they settled on some things. As we wrap up, let's end with DJ Paul because he is basically summarizing it, and it ends here, and it should be all good after this.
But it's not even about the word crunk.
Right.
Memphis is not claiming that we was the first people to use crunk. We never used that. The overall, what the conversation was about is the style of music, the directional music, like hit a mother, hit a club, do this, do that. The music that hypnotized minds and made you destroy some shit.
That's right.
That's what 3 6 Mafia came up with. Can we agree on that?
I'll give you that.
Yeah, those 808s and those chants. Tear the club up. Tear the club. Yeah, absolutely.
I think every city got that other city that they in cahoots with, like, not cahoots with, but it's like, yo, we started this. Because DC, they always trying to say, oh, with Baltimore, we started wearing Nike boots first. No, y'all started wearing white Nike boots first because don't nobody even want to do that.
Oh, okay.
They always used to say that.
We didn't know.
But one of the originators of that fight music, too, is Onyx.
Man, shut up, man.
Onyx, take him up. Bring him up. Dead Slam.
Are you kidding me?
Y'all gonna get
Are you kidding me?
again. We got to rap.
And Onyx came out in 88.
Onyx.
Yes, Onyx Slam. You know the Slam?
Yeah, Slam wasn't no 88.
Yes.
Slam in 88?
When the Onyx
that was 10.
I'm sorry,
What
93.
Are you talking about? That's a big gap, Envy. Hey, and Slam came out in 88.
My bad.
So Slam was with Rakim.
The group was created in 88, but Slam came out in 93.
And that was fighting music.
Slam was not
that
a
was
crunk
fighting
record.
music. I didn't say it was a crunk music. I said fight
But we're
music.
talking about crunk. Slam was not a crunk record.
No, it wasn't
Any
crunk.
up to? We gotta go.
Man,
We gotta go. We're
Fighting music,
Oh,
like
boy.
y'all have fighting music for the
We're
South. He
wrapping
has
up.
fighting music for the here.
Exactly. Thank you.
And then
Josh.
DMX, oh my God, make you want to kill somebody. So yeah, you know.
Next gonna be New York
can't
versus
stand to
Memphis.
not be in the
MV
conversation.
We gotta
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
They gotta put their Timbs in every time.
Put their Timbs
We
in.
gotta go.
Yes. Tips is up there. No shots. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
All right.
it for the hour.
Up next, we got front page news, and then Miguel will be joining us. All right, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, let's start off with some quick sports. Last night, NFL Monday Night Football. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24. The Falcons beat the Bills 24-14. Major League Baseball, it's the playoffs right now. The Dodgers beat the Brewers 2-1. They lead the series 1-0. And the Mariners beat the Blue Jays 10-3. They lead that series 2-0. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Hey girl, we good.
Good morning. All right, so we start this hour in Washington, where the Senate returns to work today after that federal holiday yesterday. Now, lawmakers are set to hold an evening vote on a bill to fund the government, but so far there's little sign of progress as the shutdown is now entering its 14th day. Now, Senate Republicans are hoping to win over more Democrats after 7 failed votes. And Speaker Mike Johnson, he is now warning that the shutdown could last even longer unless Democrats change course. Let's listen to that.
We're barreling toward one of the longest shutdowns in American history unless Democrats drop their partisan demands and pass a clean, no-strings-attached budget to reopen the government and pay our federal workers. This marks the 3rd week that Democrats have blocked paychecks to our troops. They blocked pay for 2.2 million federal workers, and they held critical services that the American people rely upon in limbo.
Well, Democrats, they say they are remaining firm. They won't back any deal unless it includes an extension of the expiring health insurance tax credits under the Affordable Care Act. And those subsidies help millions of Americans afford health coverage. They are set to expire at the end of the year. So far, only 3 Democrats have broken ranks to vote with Republicans. GOP leaders, they need 5 more to pass the bill. And while that debate continues to play out, the impact of the shutdown is still growing. Smithsonian museums, national parks, and other federal landmarks are now closed to visitors. We've been talking about this. Thousands of federal workers have been laid off or told to report to work without pay. And airports, they're facing longer lines. Envy, you were just in the airport. How was your in and out with TSA and all of that? Because we've been talking about the flight delays and the shortages, and on what did that look like?
It wasn't difficult at all for me, but I do have clear and pre-check, so I got right through. I will say, when you come from other countries, like I said, I flew back from China, it was a lot easier. Like, they have a lot of the facial recognition stuff, so you're not standing in line as long. It's like they move people through that airport in China so fast. Yeah. But here it's a lot more difficult. You're sitting down, they're talking to you. Like, it's a lot longer, but I would say internationally, when I hit some of these international airports, they're so advanced with technology, it makes it so much easier.
Okay. Well, we'll continue to watch that because, as we've been saying, a lot of these programs depend on the federal funding, including small business loans, food inspections, housing assistance. A lot of places are also feeling the squeeze.
It's funny. It's funny to listen to Democrats and Republicans point the finger at whose fault this is, because the reality is nobody cares, because folks know that it takes bipartisan agreement to reopen the U.S. government. All they know is that they're not getting paid, and it's the government's fault. And when they think government, they think Democrat and Republican. So there is no political win for either party in this situation. As long as the government is closed and people not getting their paychecks, they pissed off at all of y'all.
Everybody on both sides, absolutely. And switching gears really quick, if you are looking for seasonal work, Amazon says it is hiring 250,000 workers this holiday season to handle what it expects to be a surge in online shopping from now through December. It's the third year in a row that the company has hired at least 250,000 seasonal employees. The job it starts at $19 an hour, while regular Amazon workers make about $23 an hour with benefits. Now, the move stands out this year because most retailers are cutting back on seasonal hiring. The analysts expect fewer than 500,000 jobs to be added for the holidays. That's the lowest level it's been since 2009. They say it comes as higher costs, tariffs, and more machines doing the work that people used to do. And so, meanwhile, some of those other major retailers that we expect those holiday jobs from, I'm talking Target, Macy's, UPS, Walmart, they haven't released their hiring numbers yet. Instead, they're offering current employees more hours or waiting until closer to the holidays to announce what kind of help that they will need. But maybe some good news for some of those furloughed or laid off workers to look into right here. So we will continue to watch that. All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network, download the free iHeartRadio app, or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
All right, now, when we come back, Miguel, R&B singer Miguel will be joining us. He has a new album, Chaos, that comes out this next week, next Friday. So we'll talk to him in a little bit. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well. We got a special guest in the building.
Miguel is here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, bro?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Blessed, black, and highly favored.
That's right. Blessed and black and highly favored is right.
I'm just happy you putting out music.
Man,
I've been like, and it's funny because we were literally having a conversation on the radio recently, like in the last week or two, about what's up with Miguel.
Yeah,
Miguel
Leon was here.
That's crazy.
Who?
I think we talked about Miguel too when Leon Thomas was here.
Probably.
Too. Yeah.
Because you got timeless records, man. Like, you know, even though we've been waiting for new, like it's still things that we can go back and listen to, and it's forever a classic.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. I mean, I've been feeling the same way though. It's time. It's been time. So I'm excited to be back out. We got we have a few records already out, and the album's out October 23rd. So you know, I'm just kind of getting it. We doing the thing.
The name of the album is called Chaos, though.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. Break that down a little bit.
Man, I feel it's everywhere. You know, you just look out and you know, pull up your phone. I feel like it's probably the best word for the times that we live in. And so, you know, I made an album about how that's been a big part of my growth. And I mean, I think it's an inflection point. You know, I think overall when we go through crazy and trying times, it's an opportunity for us to really take that and to make it, you know, clarifying. And so that's what this album really is. I think it's my most like relatable album, honestly. Yeah.
Where were you?
Also my most angry and horny album.
I love a little angry, horny duality. Okay.
Even the production of it it's like anger, but then there's like a eclectic, like come over here vibe. Like, it's a lot of it. I think you were about to ask us, where were you like?
Yeah, where were you mentally and emotionally in creating the album?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It spans 8 years. You know, it's been 8 years since I put out my last album, War and Leisure. And, you know, we've been through, you know, pandemic. We've been through everything. I mean, apparently we made it through the rapture. Apparently, I'm we're supposed to see aliens in a couple weeks. I don't know. It's everything, everywhere, all at once, at all times. And so the headspace has been pretty much reflective of that. It's like I feel we're doing the best we can. It's a lot of pressure right now, and that's what really created the album, I think.
By the way, 8 years isn't a long time because there's certain artists you, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, SZA to me, Kendrick.
Crazy.
I don't need y'all to put out records every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Valid.
Put out records when the spirit moves you.
Valid, yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You've always been proud of your Mexican roots, but it seems like you're leaning into them more deeply now. What inspired that shift?
Man, that's digging and really getting to. I really didn't want to do music anymore. I was getting to a place where I was like, and the reason why is, which I feel like, in your books, man, congratulations, bro, because the last time I was, it was before you published your first book, so congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It's an incredible feat. That's like up there with like running a marathon. It's like I'm probably never gonna run a marathon or write a book, but
Yeah.
So
you
it's
got
crazy.
a story to tell.
Why didn't you?
I don't know, man.
Why didn't you want to do music? Why did you almost walk away from it?
The way I was prioritizing how it affected my sense of myself. I think I entered in to my career as a musician, as an artist, with the idea of becoming someone that was on the main stage and on the TV screen, getting the record, and we've been very blessed to have an audience who've given us that platform. I have an amazing audience, and I love them deeply, and they've really made my music successful. And I think that can take priority of and really rinse the real purpose of creating from one's own motivation, and it can kind of like cannibalize the whole experience, because then you start to not expect, but you're aiming for, well, if the record didn't do as good as this one, and then it kind of robs the value. And I need to take some time to figure out what was going to be my motivation moving forward, to be fair. And I never stopped making music, but I think the act of putting music out, especially with the industry changing, I mean, you've seen the industry change.
Absolutely.
We've gone through revolutions of new ways of putting out records. I know you guys are seeing it because you're seeing the artists and you're seeing how it all moves. It was a very different game when I came in, and it was.
You had CDs.
Yes.
Right?
We had it was real physical. I mean, we still CDs are coming back now. It's crazy, but it was a very different game, and I think relearning, refinding my love, and also doing some real hard work on me.
Yeah.
Figuring out where I'm at. Like, let me just check in. I forgot that I've been on a run for some time. I didn't take time, so.
Was leaning into your heritage part of that though? Like,
it became a natural part of it, because trying to understand, where my decision making were becoming habitual and not really like thought. I wasn't really thinking things through. It was like knee-jerk reactions to things, and just looking at where I was and where I wanted to be, and the discrepancy between that. I had to, now everybody, which is a great thing, is like, going and doing therapy and meditation and on all of my self-work and shadow work and whatnot. I think it just naturally pushed me into really getting to know and be appreciative. Not that I was always super, and this, I've always said I'm black and Mexican, I'm Mexican and black, always proud of it, but really like having a like sense of it, and it the things that I looked back and thought were kind of I don't want to say I look at them so much more as blessings than as challenges. I always felt that growing up, my heritage, it was a challenge. I'm like, man, why am I always having to prove myself? Like, why do I'm with these people, I feel like I gotta prove that I'm this black, or I'm with these people, I gotta prove that I'm this Mexican. And over these 8 years, I think taking that time has really given me a sense of pride. And I look back and I'm like, man, I'm so proud that it's given me a unique perspective, and it's given me a unique positioning, and also how I am with people and who I am with people is a reflection of the cultures that I've been blessed to take me and, throw their arms around me and to have that. So naturally, I think with that, I've explored more of my songwriting. It's made its way into my songwriting. It certainly made its way into, and also as you become a parent,
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah. You become a parent and you really start to look at the things that were great about your child, the things you love about it, and things that are worth passing on, as well as the things that you definitely do not want to pass on.
That's right.
So leaning in and in all these different ways, and all the cultural, just the beautiful cultural things that I've been blessed with was a very natural thing.
And Slow It Down, the song, you say, pray I can make peace with the past because tomorrow comes way too fast.
Man, you guys really listen. Thank you so much, man.
They ain't send it over for nothing.
Thank you. That's
Miguelito was coming.
That's right.
By the way, she's married to a Mexican black man.
Yeah, the black man.
So she swears
That's right.
So I love you. I love it. Family. But
I'm getting enchiladas and everything.
You know all that.
That's right.
So I wanted you to unpack that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pray I could make peace with the past because tomorrow comes way too fast. It's like, it's hindsight. Everything is so much clearer. And that's exactly what it feels like.
Even when you were saying people that you grew up with taking advantage of you and things like that, would you?
I don't want to. That sounds so crazy because that'll be a soundbite after this. But it's like I just thought about it. I was like, I can definitely see people be like, they could have got me, and they be like, see. But it's, you look at things with so much more clarity, and maybe how not knowing how I wanted to feel, and just going with things, and again, awareness, being just like in it and being present and grateful, having so much. I've always been a grateful person, but again, when you do this and you start to see people react to and then it's like, oh, this is what happens when that happens, and you start to look at it, and it's not expectation per se, but it's that you're wanting it secretly. You're like, it's your core. You're like, nah, I really want the success. I really want this to happen. And you put this pressure on it, and it becomes a big cycle of things. And by the time you get to the other side, you have spent so much time wanting and expecting, and not looking at the greatness in the midst of it, and feeling the greatness, and just being, in the midst of it, and loving those moments, and in that feeling, you look back and it's already over. You're so focused on what's gonna happen, and being anxious about it, and hoping, and just be with the feeling, man. Stay in that mode.
Talking a little bit about the past, and you mentioned the grieving and different things. On Always Time, you say maybe this time love means letting go. You talk about private truths and public woes, and you thought there will always be time to fight for love. An honest and first listen, I was like, is this about his past relationship and wanting to fight for that?
Yes, absolutely. That album is about my. I've been it's very public that I was married,
and we were very locked into you guys' relationship as well too.
It was a big part of my experience as a human being this time around. That was a massive part. I was with Nas when I was 19. You know what I'm saying? It was a long time, and in the midst of that, I was being a musician and becoming a musician and finding my audience and all of that, and it was a lot of learning. It's a lot of learning. Who were we all when we were 19, 20, 20?
Still
in your 20s?
yourself.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just hitting I'm feeling like, okay, I know exactly who I am. I'm still learning, but I know my values. That's the part. That's what I meant to say earlier. Values don't change. You know what I mean? Your values, that's your core. Right. But everything else, your style, your whatever, your values, your core values, those are the things that I think I don't need to necessarily discover my values. I think where I'm at is that I'm honing them. I'm sure I'm only strengthening them. I'm only doubling down on them. But Always Time, that song was written because I was uncovering a lot of my values in real time. And one of those things that I've always been is the word loyal is crazy. Because loyalty, I saw my grandparents stay together my entire life.
Yeah.
They were loyal to the family. But loyalty, were they happy?
Right.
Word.
I don't know. And that's a crazy one. And that song is about kind of like coming to terms with, you know, I can't even be the right person for you. I can't be it. And like discovering that in real time is crazy work. When you're like, damn, I thought the whole thing was like, I'm supposed to fight it out and we're supposed to do it. And even when and at some point when you stop and you go, you know what? The best thing I can do is actually let it go.
But that's not what the marriage vows say. That's not what my grandparents did.
Right.
So all of that psychologically, I'm sure
it does. It's. I think that's where our generations now are looking at the construct of marriage with through a very different lens, and also looking at the historical evolution of what that means,
yes.
And what it was before it was about the ring and about the, you know what I mean, and how that's like. It's taken away. And again, I'm not saying anything about marriage, or I think it's a beautiful thing. I was so happy to be married when I was. Whether or not I was able to be true to it, you know, I think it's such a beautiful idea. I think the word and the symbolism sometimes take away the purpose. Or what it's supposed to be really representative of, you know. It's like, man, it's supposed to be that there's a relationship that's unshakable and you guys are really going to be partners in the whole shit. I don't know what happens, but most people I talk to who are married, it turns into something else. The partnership somehow is like, it's the symbolism takes precedence over the actual core thing of what it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Did the grief for that breakup keep you away from the music?
Maybe not in and of itself, but I think the me underneath it and needing to understand what was informing my decisions is what kept me from doing the music. I need to go do some work. That's really at the end of the day, I need to go figure my shit out. I needed to go figure it out because it wasn't working. And life is a trip, man. It's a trip. But Always Time is one of those ones. It's a hard, accepting, but true, very honest song. Yeah.
And people always forget, you are rock star, superstar, celebrity, Miguel, and all that, but you're still a real person. You go through real shit, you know. Yeah. So I think
we're all rock stars, superstar. Like, listen, this is every day. You guys are everyone is a rock star. Everybody, everyone at their core can be that. Like, you know, that's the thing. I was talking about humility before because we get this a lot. That is like, oh, be humble, or I always get, man, you're so humble. You know,
as opposed to,
you know, oh, like rock star. Yeah. But everybody is though. Everyone has greatness. Everyone has purpose. That's what I am. I'm not humble. Yeah. I just don't think I'm greater than anyone else.
Gotcha.
I just think that I believe that I have something that's important to do, and that everyone has something important to do. And I treat everyone like, no, you're here, and you have something here to do, and there's a purpose.
Yeah, because I always look at the word humble as to being less than what you actually really are.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like how you just put that.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. But I'm like, man, look, they use humble sometimes. Like, yo,
keep you in your place.
Yeah. I'm like, no. Our place is greatness, man.
Were you at all nervous though in choosing to recreate such a bold moment of, because this is the artwork, right? Of Luigi. So creating that moment from that security camera where he's shooting the gun, right? And the reason I mentioned or asked you, were you nervous about that, is because it's about not doing concerts here because he wants to protect his people from ICE.
Right. Yeah.
Super Bowl happens. Now politically, he is the conversation, and they coming for him, right? Yeah. How do you where do you kind of lay in all of that, like how you choose what you're going to be radical against right now?
I think it's just the same thing when you see, you know, shows get canceled. I mean, Kimmel got canceled for a moment.
Yeah.
But that was for a moment. And I bet you, watch what happens at the Super Bowl. Watch how many people, watch the viewership go crazy.
It's going to break records.
It's going to break records. And then I bet you they never question if they're going to bring a Latino on that stage. They'll never question it. You know why? Because it's touching their dollars.
Yeah.
And we saw that with Kimmel. The moment they got backlash and their viewership went down, oh no, it was like, bring them back. We're going to have to figure this one out. You know what I mean? And so at the core of the chorus, it is about building your audience, which is why my album is what it is. But I didn't make another record that primarily focuses on romance and that dynamic of my life from my perspective and love. And there'll be other records that I make that I'm sure I'll make songs like that and that sound feel good and whatnot. But right now, what this is about is me tapping into my audience and wanting to identify who's really my audience.
Yeah.
It's a proof. It's a case in point. You know, it's like I'm wanting to double down that it's better to identify who's really there for you to listen and then build upon that, so then you have leverage. And as we know, many times we've heard this story a million times. Said artist walks into the record label and they want the deal, they want the whole thing that they're selling, but they don't have any leverage. You look, when you walk in with leverage, it's a whole different game. And the more leverage we have, that's the other part, is like drawing that parallel as well to looking at the numbers that we have. We have leverage. The people who are running government, the numbers are so much smaller. The numbers it just doesn't. So looking at all of these parallels and going like, we're at an inflection point where we can use these chaotic times and the uncertainty to our advantage to really lock in and organize on what we believe in, whatever it is, because they are.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did New Martyrs, because the rappers ain't doing it. I've been waiting for a rapper to tap into the moment and just talk about what's going on, and it just don't feel like they doing it.
Yeah,
so
and I'm not saying I have the answers or anything. It's New Martyrs isn't like, we should go do this, and it's not like that. It's just saying I'm feeling like we are all at that point where it's like I gotta do something, like, and it's only gonna get it's only gonna feel more and more like that as we go if we don't.
Now, Chaos is coming out on October 23rd. That's also your born day, right?
October 23rd. Yeah,
I'm sure that was intentional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Why do you want to do it on your B-Day?
I think I wanted to give myself the permission to move forward, on my birthday. And like I said, I'm looking at my next 10 years. The album is, again, symbolic of like the conversation that I want to have with my audience being deeper and more about the human being, not just about my ability, but about who I am and what I believe in, and to lock in with my audience like that. I mean, to build this company that's about supporting Black and Brown and Latin artists, talent across the board, whether it's film, TV, or music, literature, all of those left of center ones who deserve development the way that we need it now, the way art needs it now, that we're not getting, and putting capital behind that as well to support that, because we need that too.
Yeah, it comes to it's like a blog. It reminds me of MySpace.
Yeah, thank you.
Like you upload the different
kind of reminds us of where we came from.
Definitely does. For sure.
Yeah.
So this is my last question. How do you measure success now? Is it impact? Is it artistry? Or is it peace?
Impact. Impact for sure. I don't think that any endeavor is peaceful. Any endeavor with real objective, especially if you're trying to change something, be it for yourself or for others, it's not going to be a peaceful journey. It's just going to come with unforeseen, it's going to come with challenges, and it's going to come with a lot of pushback, especially if it's going against the status quo. And that's not a peaceful experience. But again, the values part, that being at the core of things, and this is something that's going to affect someone in a positive way, man, I could do that for the rest of my life.
I got one last question for you. Not about no relationships, I promise.
No, it's all good.
Is it true that
I'm happy someone was asking. I was like, who's it gonna be?
Nice.
I was reposting y'all on MySpace, so I had to ask some more questions. But sure thing. Originally, was that a demo for Usher? Is that a true story?
Yeah. Well, I wrote the song and I didn't write it as a demo per se, but we submitted it as a demo for Usher. Usher was looking at the time. I'm not sure which album. I feel like it might have been Confessions. It might have been, which I can't hear Sure Thing on Confessions. Right. Confessions is such a perfect album as it is. Very different album. But yeah, Sure Thing was submitted right after it. But yeah.
Well, listen, Miguel, we glad you back, brother. Chaos is very, very dope. Very, very dope project. I can't wait for the world to experience it, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. What you want us to play right now? You want us to play New Martyrs?
Play New Martyrs. We got to bang that.
Why not?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's Miguel. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning,
guys.
But let's get to the ladies.
Man, Merry Christmas to me.
He ain't never come back out anyway. She gets him from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Tyler Perry is fighting back against the lawsuit. So you guys remember the guy Dixon who was working for him, Dirk Dixon.
The white guy, right?
Yes, the white man, the actor, who accused Tyler Perry of sexual harassment, sexual battery, sexual assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, retaliation, and a whole bunch of other things, and said that he needs $260 million in damages from Tyler Perry. Right. So Tyler Perry's attorneys have filed a response to him, and they are calling this lawsuit, of course, false, because they already came out and said that, but they're also saying that Dixon is distorting the truth and trying to turn Mr. Perry's acts of a platonic friendship into something sinister when it was nothing but professional mentorship. Now, they also say that Mr. Perry, of course, never assaulted Dixon or committed any sexual battery. He did not offer Dixon pay raises. He also says that the whole, you know how he said that like his storyline and the pilot and like the scripts and all the things, storylines were changed, and that Tyler Perry offered to like take his pilot somewhere. They said that never happens, and that this is all just a response to the fact that never happens. And they say that he needs help. They say he needs help and he needs to go find it, but he is not going to find it in this court. They also note that the lawsuit was filed in California when it should have been filed in Georgia. So they're just calling BS. File some documents to make sure they call BS on this. So there's an update there. Yes. Now, in other back and forth news, did y'all know that Howard Stern and Oprah were beefing?
It was friends. Oh no.
What are they beefing about?
So this 30 years,
filthy rich. What's it a beef about?
They're beefing about being filthy rich. Envy, look at
That's
you
why I was so
helping
quiet.
me with the lead-in. Yes.
Yeah.
So this happened this started back in November of 2022. Howard Stern criticized Oprah for flaunting her wealth, and people were really upset about it. We have the original comments. Let's take a listen to Howard Stern's original comments on Oprah.
Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild. She knows how to be rich. She kind of likes to show it off, which is something I'm not comfortable with.
Oprah's just showing you her life. She's not showing off.
Well, you got to be a little self-aware and know that there are people struggling out there, Robin. You got to.
I agree with Robin, but I can see where Howard's coming from as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, Oprah can only live her life. It's her life. Yeah, I can't show you something I'm not.
I think it's BS when people say that things like that, because she's showing her life, right? For some, they look at it as I'm going to hate on her, but for some, that's inspiration. Oprah built her empire. Like, Oprah works hard. Like, Oprah continues to work hard. She came from nothing. She came from the dirt. Like, you know her story, and the fact that she's there and she inspires so many people and employs
She's not doing it for that reason. She's doing it just because this is my life. I'm 60-something years old, and this is how I live.
Sometimes she'd be like in the back of her house, just like frolicking. That's right. And it's like, she's rich. Like, what is she supposed to do?
Everybody acts their wage. If I decide to do a TikTok from my apartment, it's because I live in an apartment. If I decide to do a TikTok from my 20,000 square foot mansion or guest house, because this is where I live.
But doesn't Howard Stern talk about the fact that he only works, like 3 days a week, and he flies to the Hamptons?
No, I've never heard him say that. This is something we know.
Either way, it's not like, but wait.
I don't know if he's supposed to
breaking an exclusive.
I just know,
go ahead. You're about to say something, Jess?
No, I was just saying, like, it seemed like they want her to live like Sophia. Like, she's still in The Color Purple. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? She can do what she wants.
Well, Howard Stern.
I'm uncomfortable with it. Okay, who the hell are you to be uncomfortable with how she live her life?
And I think that's why a lot of people were upset when he made these original comments, because it's Oprah and, all the things, right? But the reason why this came back up is because recently Howard Stern sat down with Andy Cohen, who has a show on SiriusXM as well. And he says that he don't have no beef anymore. Let's take a listen to Howard Stern on the beef being over.
I'm fascinated by Oprah.
It seems like Oprah might be the only kind of Howard Stern foe or enemy that you still have.
Oprah.
You do?
I follow Oprah. I enjoy watching Oprah.
Have you spoken to her
Never.
ever?
I think she's a friend. I know Gayle King very well.
Yes.
And I think at one point she suggested, we should get together with Oprah. I said, you better check with Oprah.
Yeah,
You better, don't surprise her with me.
Right.
No, I'm fascinated by Oprah. I'm an Oprah follower.
Somebody on the chat said the realest thing. Who was that? John, what did that say? Just Freezy 8 says, Oprah couldn't live modest if she tried.
No, she couldn't. Like
plus $1 billion.
Literally, even when she's in her kitchen on her Instagram, like during the holidays, sometimes she has like Oprah's favorite things, and they do in the O magazine, or formerly O magazine. But when she's in her kitchen, just talking through things, her kitchen is just like, wow,
it's Oprah.
Yeah,
she worth what? A couple billion?
By the way, Oprah's she's a very humble person.
Yeah.
It's just that's her lifestyle. That's how she lives. Everybody acts their wage. You can't be mad at people for acting their wage.
Yeah, well, according to ABC, $3 billion net worth. Yeah. Wow, number 4 on the list according to Forbes. So, Oprah's really, really rich.
Yeah. She made a lot of multimillionaires as well.
Well, first of all,
and she gives away a lot of money too. So it's like when you talk about somebody like her, and you talk about how much she. Because she's not stunting, once again. She's just living her life. There's a difference between just living your life and stunting, okay? But she's also, put a lot of people in position and giving away a lot of money.
Oprah with the arm spread would be crazy, though. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Oprah did the money spread at all.
That's stunting.
The money phone, she's not good.
That's stupid.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it. I was going to say, though, I don't know what it is about Oprah, but when people try to take shots at her, it makes me uncomfortable. Maybe it's because she's older, maybe it's because she's Oprah, but like people try to come for her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why that makes me uncomfortable, but
it shouldn't.
Why not?
Somebody put in the chat.
Don't make her uncomfortable.
Don't make her call.
Don't even
get a call.
It makes me uncomfortable. I feel like I just think Oprah should be off limits.
What's the thing that you heard that made you feel uncomfortable?
When they were talking about how she doesn't like black men, and you don't remember that whole conversation?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
When she was supposed to be involved in that documentary,
But y'all know Loren is very in.
Okay, maybe
so
that's it. I'm too far into people's business. But when that whole documentary was supposed to come out about Russell Simmons, and she was involved in the beginning, but then backed away. People were 50 Cent made posts about it. You remember all that?
Is it Stedman Black, the person she's allegedly dating for a long time?
I'm just telling you the conversation that happened around that time, and I was like, dang, this is Oprah though. Like
Oprah got wine bottles older than you. Okay, Oprah has very tough skin. I understand what you're saying, but Oprah's fine.
Yes.
All right. People taking shots at Oprah shouldn't make you uncomfortable.
All right.
Okay.
But I'm glad her and Howard Stern are cool or ish. That's it.
All right.
People taking shots at you make you uncomfortable?
No, I don't.
So you care more about Oprah than you do yourself?
It's Oprah. It's Oprah. She's older. Like, you just supposed to leave old people out of the beef and the conflict.
They both
with
old
me.
though.
You see how your homie
Howard Stern don't count.
Shern over there looking like dome girl. Shern.
You just said you care about Oprah more than yourself, Lauren.
Oprah like floats.
Like
Oprah is like
she floats.
God. Like Oprah is. I don't care. I don't care about me because I care about me, but I don't care when people take shots at me because it be noiseless, it be baseless. With Oprah, it's,
you don't even know Oprah.
So what? She's mother. Okay, it's Oprah.
That's right.
You got a mama.
I do, and I feel
right.
the same way about any elder in my actual life too. Like, you should leave older people out of the drama.
Like, some people should just be like, don't speak on certain
that.
people.
I respect that.
I just think you get to a certain point.
When people take shots at elders, it makes you uncomfortable.
I get you.
Okay, I get that. Now I understand.
Y'all always don't understand.
Elders, happy birthday to Ralph Lauren.
Talk it through.
Happy birthday to Ralph Lauren. Speaking of elders, he's 86 and he's from the Bronx. And did y'all know his real name is
Ralph
Lifshitz?
What?
Ralph Lifshitz, and he changed it when he was 16 because he was getting teased because he didn't like it and it didn't sound marketable enough. His name was Ralph Lifshitz, and he was like,
I'm gonna be honest with you,
that
last name makes me uncomfortable. The way you say his last name makes me uncomfortable. But it's only because we're on the radio.
I'm uncomfortable
and
too.
I don't.
I can't get in trouble because that's what it is.
I don't know,
that's
man.
his name.
Let me see. Is that Wiki?
Let me see it. Somebody read it.
Because you know they can change Wiki.
Let me see.
No, that's AI.
Oh,
AI
sometimes the
Ralph Lauren real name is Lifshitz.
Lifshitz.
Yes. Yep. Well, Lifshitz. That's what it is. But he changed it because he was getting bullied in school. So, but he 86. Happy birthday.
All right. Well, Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need a young lady named Keona Hampton to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her. I'm telling y'all, let's just all mind our business this holiday season, man. Okay, especially when it comes to these YNs.
God damn. Well, I didn't doubt you, but that's his real name.
I looked it up on another website too. Yeah.
I didn't doubt that was his real name. I just doubted the way she was pronouncing it.
Okay. Donkey of the Day is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I just wanted to know how you came up with the Donkey of the Day.
Tell her. Because you're mean.
I am not. What did I do?
I made Donkey of the Day.
There's a bunch of donkeys out here in the street.
That is why Charlamagne is here.
If we live a life where we bite our tongue based off who we may have think, we never would say anything.
On the Breakfast Club.
In the words of Charlamagne the God, he's a donkey. That was
Oh man, Charlamagne, you giving Donkey of the Day to who now?
Well, Busta Rhymes, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, October 14th goes to 22-year-old Kiana Hampton, who is currently in a Dallas County jail, and she is right where she needed to be, if you ask me. Okay, I'm telling you, let's just all mind our business going into 2026. We still got a few months left in 2025. Let's all enjoy the holiday season. Okay, there are too many hurt people in pain, projecting that hurt and pain onto others. Okay, I tell y'all all the time, I get on this radio and tell you every single day, all we do when we leave the house is try to avoid other people's crazy. Mm-hmm. And this story is an example of another person's crazy. Kiana Hampton, 22 years old. Rest in peace to Cecilia Simpson is her name. Sending her and her family healing energy. She's no longer with us because she was killed by Kiana Hampton. Okay, she was minding her business. Cecilia Simpson was living her best life, and she was shot and killed by Kiana Hampton following an argument that started over the suspect not saying thank you. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Let's go to Fox 4 Dallas for the report, please.
Well, it started as a simple act of kindness, holding a door open for a stranger, but it ended in heartbreak outside of a North Texas pet store. Dallas police say Cecilia Simpson was gunned down this past Tuesday after confronting another woman for not saying thank you. Happened in the 3500 block of West Wheatland in southeast Oak Cliff. That brief encounter spiraled into an argument, a chase into the store, and ultimately a deadly shooting in the parking lot.
Damn. 41 years old. That's how old Cecilia Simpson was. 41 years old, taken out by a 22-year-old simply because she tried to teach this 22-year-old proper etiquette. Okay, if you decide to hold a door or do anything in this era, just do it because you was raised right. Okay, if that person doesn't say thank you or show gratitude, who cares? Okay, let them have it because people out here are insane. All right, folks is dealing with all types of mental health issues. There used to be a time when we were in school, okay, and everybody was regulated to certain classes, but then we all got out into the real world, and everybody is mingling amongst each other. So every day you running into people with severe mental health issues and don't even know it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with minding your business. Don't try to prove any points to a person. I'm reading this story, and all I see is escalation. At some point, a cooler head could have prevailed, and someone should have said, "What am I doing? I'm really about to fight this woman because she didn't say thank you. I'm really about to shoot this woman because she's telling me I should have said thank you." Nah, man. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run away from these YNs. Okay? I'm going to show y'all something. Do you want to see this 22-year-old woman's mugshot?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. Oh my God.
This woman needs more than therapy. Okay? She needs an exorcism. All right? Listen, the moral of the story is mind your own affairs, focus on yourself, and please, please, please stay away from people who haven't lived enough life to understand the consequences of their actions. Because this young girl, Kiana Hampton, clearly did not understand the consequences of her actions. Please give Kiana Hampton the biggest hee-haw. That's horrible, man.
Just a goofy little ass kid.
And then the sad part, the other sad part. There's a lot of sad layers to this story. Yeah. But another sad layer to this story is the young woman Cecilia Simpson was with her 20-year-old daughter when all of this happened.
Damn.
And I get it, you know what I'm saying? You older and, you know, the young person, you hold the door for them, they don't say thank you. You know, you want to teach them some etiquette, some manners, but boy, Not nowadays.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
You said YN. That's not a YN.
What is that?
That's a YB.
What?
A young bitch. Ain't no young bitch. That's a young.
Oh, I could say. I would even say young YD, young devil.
Young devil. That's what I was thinking.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Very sad.
All right. Now, when we come back, Angela Rod, Tiffany Cross, Andrew Gillum, and Bakari Sellers will be joining us, the host of the Native Land Podcast.
Yes, indeed.
All right. And don't forget, we are on our Breakfast Club Twitch, Breakfast Club AM on Twitch. And the chat wanted to know how come you ain't want to play a game. That's what they want. That's the question.
Because you shouldn't play games with a serious situation like this. That's why.
Yeah, that is crazy. And we already had the picture. He already showed the picture already.
And if I have before, we grow and evolve every day. So leave me alone. Chat.
Yeah, because they're like, we've definitely played on when somebody died before. So I don't know what he's done changed overnight now. Now he's evolved.
And
all right,
you changed.
Are you right?
You came back from China a different person. Don't
you know what I'm saying?
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here as well, and they're about to fight already. Already. Angela Rod, Tiffany Cross, Andrew Gillum, and new to the show, y'all just added the brother Bakari Sellers.
Yeah, man. You know they needed ratings, so I just.
Wow.
So
I actually dare someone to pull your show numbers against ours.
Okay, how's this going to work?
Just like this show. Just step back and let him go.
I can't find my show numbers. Can't find them.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be home. It's a good group of people, and right now you need a platform like this. So I think it's a perfect time and perfect match.
Now, why did you guys decide to do it together?
I was just getting ready to tell you. I'm glad you asked that. You know, when we started this show, I envisioned this group. And Bakari was trying to be bougie and keep his little Spotify deal.
Wow.
And so
he said, prove it to me.
Little deal, like your little Spotify deal.
First of all, my
better than the one now.
I was like, my deal wasn't little, but shout out to Bill Simmons for giving me an opportunity. But everything runs its course.
He didn't pay for this commercial. The point is that we wanted him to be a part of this, and always I would keep coming back, right? I would keep saying, you ready, and it finally worked out, and so I'm really, really thrilled about it, especially at this really difficult time.
Some talented folk around me too, so I appreciate that, and it's a family, so. We've always been friends, and it's always good to work with people who you're friends with.
Wasn't there supposed to be a variation of this at CNN at one point? It was called The Squad. But
was
April Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know that
allegedly.
No, I think what's frustrating is we were The Squad on CNN, and we did segments. What was frustrating about it is there was a story that was leaked that said they were giving us a show. We ain't know nothing about it. Right? Did you ever get approached about a show?
I don't think that was going to happen. But I do think that the chemistry was there, and people saw it on screen, so hopefully people can see it now. Yeah, we woke up, it was on page 6 one day.
Right. That's why I'm like, Andrew said he knew about it.
Because I saw a Google alert that said Bakari Sellers page 6.
Got a little nervous. But I wanted to ask, with everything going on in the landscape of media right now, and especially Trump getting people allegedly fired and people getting let go for their opinions. I'm saying allegedly because I don't want to sue.
Okay,
but people getting fired for their opinions. Does that stop what you guys do or cut it back, or do you go even harder?
I don't think that we have the luxury of filtering truth at this point. I think that to not tell the truth is more dangerous than to uphold the lie. And so I think what you'll get on this show is raw, unfiltered truth. There will be some conflict. There will be some agreement. There will be everything in between. We laugh a lot. I think that Bakari joining will add to that. These two, I'm looking forward to this dynamic because he don't know, but they be fighting. And
People
it's
think
funny.
y'all look alike too.
Yes.
Well, to prove the record wrong, we are sitting next to each other in the same camera shot.
Y'all could be related for sure. Yes. I don't think they look anything alike.
But it's the same guy that thinks he looks like Morris Chestnut.
That is
he does.
true. He does think that.
Y'all from the same tribe, you can see it.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw Morris Chestnut on Saturday, by the way. He's taller than you, so you definitely
taller, cuter, handsome,
Jesus,
well oiled.
We saw him at
First of all,
everything you're not. Like honestly, like everything you're not. His hairline is there.
Oh God!
Oh my God! Well dressed.
She's been waiting on this.
She might
have wrote that down. She was waiting.
She said that in the shower once.
I didn't know this was.
Oh, kind person.
We did not plan this. So many.
Shout out to Laura Chestnut. I want to get back to what you said,
Yes, ma'am.
Amy, because I appreciate the point that you're making about media capitulating. I think one thing about all of us, we all had our own backgrounds in media in different capacities, and one thing that people can be sure to get when they tune in to Native Land Pod is an unfiltered approach, well-researched facts. All of us are free. Like, we're not... we don't have a boss that we have to answer to for our opinions. We are not at the will of the Trump administration in any capacity. And we lead with our community. We lead with our blackness because we've been so brutally oppressed in this country that we owe it to the people of 1,000 things pulling for your attention. We owe it to you when you listen to Native Land Pod to give you our most authentic selves and our most real takes on things at these dangerous times.
Online with Tiffany, I think people get that without even knowing they're in the throes of like politics and what's happening every day. Yeah. The cultural connection to how you can take a Bad Bunny story and relate it to what capitulation and bending a knee is to big media. The fact that there are folks who are willing to still limited and not enough, in my opinion, who are willing to go up to the line and some folks over the line during this Trump era is exactly, I think, what's required in order for us to get through. This president and his administration has shown when met with force, they have a tendency to back up a bit. And so as long as we continue to, I think, push the limits of this thing and also continue to develop the platforms in which we appear, making sure that we don't ever get to a position where we're beholden to one institution to get our word out over another, we should be good. But one exception that I think we're still working to get free, at least that's my experience. But the goal here ought to be the liberation for our whole community. That's right. Where folks don't have to compromise themselves based off what room they're walking into, what table they're sitting down to, who's on the other end of that table, that we own our power enough and are secure enough, meaning financially, mentally, and otherwise, then our people really can get free. Yeah. But it's got to be examples somewhere.
Well, I want y'all to expound on what Tiffany was talking about, though. Like what's broken about how mainstream media covers race and politics today?
Well, a lack of black voices. You do see black faces on networks, but not a lot of black voices. And I think a lot of people are afraid. And so often, particularly in journalism, what's considered unbiased is rooted in what is white and male. And that's not the case here. And I think you have to be bold enough to be the first person to say it. Oftentimes, when you are the first person to say it, it's controversial. You know, in 2016, saying Donald Trump was a bigot was controversial. It took so many other people to get there. And so you have safe people who will wait until everybody else says it before they say it. You have observers who will sit back and learn and make sure that it's the right factual thing to say. And then the boldest among us will come out and speak an honest truth and use the platform responsibly. Not lend it to people who undermine our community, and also not say something that is not completely 100% fact-checked and well-researched. I think we see so many people trying to be first sometimes, trying to go viral on social media with these clips and not always censoring the audience. And so we always censor our viewers because they're our community.
Charlamagne knows it well, right? Coming out of this last cycle. And even before, you were probably saying things every morning on the Breakfast Club that were just part of your normal ethos that took that took flight because of how different it was from and divergent it was from what regular black voices were saying in media. And you saw how quickly you became, sort of anointed as an important, vital voice for the moment. And I think, you have to continue that. And you don't need white people to sanction that. You've been doing that. That's who you are. That's what this show has been for our community, and that's why I think y'all are the most listened to, place for folks to go in the morning, because they people are discerning. They know what's real, they know when they're getting real, and they know when they're getting played.
The great thing about the podcast is, or even when you guys come together and speak, I get information in layman terms, right? Because I always tell everybody all the time, if you're going to college, take classes outside of your major, right? Your business major, you might want to take classes in politics to learn more about political science and American history. Because when people start talking, you feel like an outsider. When people feel like an outsider, they don't understand. Even though it doesn't really matter anyway, because Trump does things that really is not really lawful. But when it comes to those things, how do you continue on doing it, right? Because it becomes a lot, right? Yeah. This week alone, I'm just thinking about what we spoke about this week alone. It was sending troops to different states. It was the Trump coin for $1. It was, it's just so much going on.
The federal shutdown is really what all
the federal shutdown. It just seems like it's
people that are being impacted by
every day.
But I think you can learn a lot from Donald Trump too. I think Donald Trump has taught us two things that we need to take from. The first is that he speaks to people on really like a very fundamental first or second grade level, under the theory that if they understand it, everybody will get it. And the second thing is, I've always said Donald Trump is probably one of the most honest brokers we've dealt with in a long time, because he literally told us everything he was going to do. And for people who are surprised, then we talked about Project 2025. We talked about it. I mean, it's like literally page after page after page. Kamala Harris told you what he was going to do, and it seems as if now it's becoming a reality. People are having some issue with it.
I think that some of it is but I think that some of it is the
surprise,
pace.
not issue, but surprise.
The pace is overwhelming. They're 70% through Project 2025. I thought that it was going to happen. I thought it was going to be over a 4-year term. It feels like we've lived 100 years in months.
I think they start Project 2026 in January. What if they get through 2025 and then January it's like hit?
I wouldn't be surprised. They've been planning it for 40 years.
At this pace, it might get there. But the other thing is it's easy if you're Donald Trump to speak simply and basically when people you're talking to is a monolith. They're all the same people who at the core of it, whether they're rich, poor, middle class, or in between, have as a common enemy the rise of black and brown people in this country. They see it as a threat. They may not even through their own eyes say, I don't like that person because they're black or brown. What they see is that kid's a threat to my kid. And my kid is now on the couch after getting a 4-year degree.
The common denominator, though, is fear, I think.
Fear of what, though?
I was going to
fear
say,
of
because
others.
sometimes it's not even just those people that register what he's saying better. I got family members that be like, maybe Donald Trump isn't as bad because they simply understood what he was saying in the time where they needed, or they were scared.
And I talk about that all the time with like Akeem Jeffries, for example, as a counterpoint to this.
Ooh.
God.
So
it's okay. They both think they rappers. They be throwing rap.
No, I don't know. I mean, it is. It's like they got like
beef now.
Biggie and Tupac beef.
Biggie and Tupac beef.
Hakeem and Leonard.
Yeah, he responded.
Yes, he did.
He responded. He cut. It was like ether the way he responded to Charlamagne.
Oh shit!
But what I was saying is that my frustration with the leader, the minority leader, is that many times in response you will see a post that has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraphs, right? And that's not the response we need. That's not meeting the moment. And there are a lot of people now. And that's my problem, and that's a lot of people's problems with Democratic leadership right now. Chuck Schumer and Akeem Jeffries, the question is, are they prepared to meet this moment that we're in? This isn't a moment for 8 paragraph soliloquies in college dissertations. This is a town hall in a setting, in a barbershop, in a church, at a high school football game, meeting people one-on-one, talking, and we do too much talking. That's another thing.
Too much.
Like Democrats have become a party that talks at people. They don't even talk to people, talk at people instead of listening to people.
Can I ask you a question, Sellers? Can you call somebody a leader if they have to wait on lobbyists to endorse the Democratic nominee for mayor in New York City? Can you really call him a leader?
Yeah, I mean, I think
they have to wait on their lobbyists.
But I also like to be completely honest. I think that leadership from Akeem Jeffries would be to call Charlamagne right now and come sit in here and answer those questions. And the reason being is because I'm not going to answer for that man. I've learned a long time ago, you stop answering for other grown men. But I do think that there is a question that all three of you all, or questions that all three of you all can sit down, because I have beef. I sat down here and told you what type of person Eric Adams was. I told you he was terrible, nothing. He wasn't a good mayor. Probably one of the worst big city mayors we've ever had, right? And that kind of came to fruition. But I think that you should have to be able to.
I told you so.
Every time Eric Adams in the news, Bakari texts me, I told you.
What did you say about Eric Adams early on that you didn't like that nobody else seen?
No, I just told you he was unethical. And I told you there was no reason for a mayor to actually govern the city between the hours of 11 and 3 a.m.
So say less is not.
False statement.
Say less was not.
Yeah, I mean, let these mayors do between that time, that connecting the people, but
especially emergencies.
I'm not going to cape for Eric Adams. That's not.
I mean, we're not talking about emergencies. We talk about this dude hang out more than Charlamagne.
But I don't hang out at all. It's important to meet people where they are, and so to the extent that his extension of the mayor's office meant being at a club at a certain hour and people knew that their mayor was there and maybe they rapped about something that got them engaged, that'd be something. I don't know that to be true.
It's not.
I think leadership, though, has to be part qualified by your willingness to walk into the fire, especially when your life is in the fire every single day. The other thing is what got us to this point won't get us to the next point. So if people think, okay, if Democrats are, we're the resistance, we're the this, but you may be that, but that doesn't win you the House of Representatives come midterms or the presidency next, unless you are bringing something that people can be inspired by, and also a plan to look forward to. It's not worth it to look forward to say.
It may lose you New Jersey.
We're not going to lose New Jersey.
I'm just saying, though, that type of complacency that you're discussing, we have to have that urgency of now.
But the thing is, I hate that it has to be prescribed. It ought to be something in the blood of anybody who serves to be, who positions themselves to lead people. Ought to have so much grit and confidence, but also consciousness, not to have to poll test the moment. We should be poll testing whether or not it works for members to run for re-election without endorsing a Charlie Kirk resolution of honoring. No, if a voter is asking me about whether I endorse that, they're not my voter to begin with. Not to mention, you can resent and hate and decry the death and murder of a person without endorsing the harm that they did during their living years.
Correct.
And that resolution went that direction. The capitulation that took place there is costly, not because it's just Charlie Kirk. It's an example of what leadership under Democrats looks like, which is we're willing to cave on our most fundamental beliefs and throw our most important constituency, black people, black women, black male pilots who he looks at and says whether or not they're qualified to fly a plane because of the color of their skin. Yeah. This is the dude you sign onto a resolution to honoring. If I can't get you to fight for yourself, that's who they are. For yourself, what are you going to do for me? The biggest opposition to the Democrats returning to power are the Democratic leaders themselves.
Well, I want y'all to do one thing, and that is
subscribe to the Native Land Podcast.
Subscribe to Native Land Pod.
Full details.
This is why I love the Native Land Pod.
Follow us at Native Land Pod. And I just want to say this is going to be our 100th episode. So it's a new beginning with Bakari Sellers as our
First
new co-host.
99 ain't really count.
And we are launching our Substack today as well. So we're excited about that.
How do you get on Substack? I'm old.
It's a website, and they have an app as well. Substack. Okay. Yes.
No, I was just say I love the Native Land Podcast because I love the discussions, but I always tell Angela, Andrew always lands the plane.
I'm sitting here listening
y'all be
to
like,
him.
he always lands the plane the right way. Like, oh, okay, I get it now.
I was getting, seriously, when you were talking, I was getting goosebumps and a little sad because I'm like, this man should have been the governor of Florida. And most of our comments are always like, when is Andrew running again? We need
I agree.
you. But yeah,
I agree. I agree, Andrew. I
agree.
I don't know what you're waiting on to get back in the game. You too, Sellers. I really don't.
Are you going to run for office?
Bakari got to go to the NBA Youngboy concert first.
She gonna call me baby, boo.
And then
I'm learning the song. That's my jam.
That's how you know you're gonna run. What do you say? That's how you know you're gonna run again one day. You got no business at a young boy concert.
Man, I got a suite. I'm taking my nieces, nephews. I got a city. I got some black A1s.
Part you gotta
she
leave
gonna
out.
call me baby, boo.
He got his black A1s.
Not the black A1.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Bakari in a young boy concert, scouting future clients.
Angela, Andrew Gillum, Bakari Sellers. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a street
She gets to somebody that knows somebody.
I'm the one girl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Well, Stephen A. Smith is in some hot water. The people are really upset at him right now because
What'd he do now?
He made some comments about Jasmine Crockett and the way she expresses herself. Let's take a listen to Stephen A.'s original comments on Jasmine Crockett expressing herself.
You Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect intelligent women, no doubt. But how a Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district text? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituents. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas.
Well, those were his original comments, right? So since those comments, a ton of people have spoken out against what he's saying and defending Jasmine Crockett. I saw Willie D speak out, Steven Jackson, Tamika Mallory is calling for people to turn Stephen A. Smith off and treat him and his show like the NFL. And Bakari Sellers.
Treat him in the show like the NFL?
Like not watch
Everybody watches the NFL.
She's saying she wants people to treat it like the NFL, or like we did at one point with the NFL when we talked about not watching it.
That never happened.
And then
I love Tamika. That's my sister, but that never happened.
Also, as well, and Stephen A. Smith mentions this in his new response that we'll play. He has an issue with Bakari Sellers and something Bakari Sellers said about his original comments on a Native Land podcast. Let's take a listen to Bakari Sellers defending Jasmine Crockett.
There is a through line between the Ice Cubes and the Jason Whitlocks and the Stephen A. Smiths. These individuals have been around since we have been on this freedom struggle. There have always been individuals out there which exhibit behaviors of charlatans who utilize, some people are in it for the change and some people are in it for the change, right? And I think that that's indicative. And they find the easiest path to the front of the line. And Stephen A. Smith is someone who doesn't have the depth to talk about House oversight or the appropriations process, right? And how you're able to bring resources back to your community or what Jasmine is doing. So he rather lampoon her.
So Stephen A. Smith has been seeing all of this outrage, and he says, normally he does his show at a certain time every week, but he decided to do an emergency episode to get back with the people who have something to say. So he went on his show, straight
emergency episode,
Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith, and
what was this last night? I must have missed this.
Last night, yes, that's what I was listening to.
I thought he was on vacation. Wasn't he on vacation or something like that?
He said he came back because he's been seeing all this conversation, some from people he thought were his friends, and he has some things that he needed to say. So let's take a listen to number 4.
Wow, Willie D. You sure are uplifting. I mean, I got to be touched. That was inspiration. Really, that really, really was. That was inspirational. I'm doing sucker shit. That's what you call inspirational? That's what you call uplifting? Really? Now, I haven't heard everything that Roland Martin said, D.L. Hughley had to say. None but respect. First of all, I'm going to be very, very careful about anything that I say about Roland Martin because he's a friend. I'm going to be careful about anything that I say about D.L. Hughley because I have respect for that man. We've spoken a few months ago. I got nothing but love for him. I am concerned about him not making people laugh and smile as much anymore as he used to because he's more of an activist now than a comedian, but that's a choice and that's his right.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta go listen to that.
Now there's more. I got some more for you. Now, he also says in this clip that his issue with Jasmine Crockett is that she speaks she's too street. Let's take a listen to Stephen A. on Jasmine speaking to the streets.
Crockett's performance in the House, according to research. What I was saying was this educated, brilliant black woman representing over 750,000 people is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. And that's fine when you're in the streets. How many of y'all bring the streets to the table when you at the negotiating table trying to get a deal done? How many of you are able to think that for a second that you're able to bring street verbiage to Capitol Hill and that's going to work for you? You literally have senators and congressional figures on Capitol Hill on the side of the Republicans telling the networks, whether it's Fox News, News Nation, or anybody else, please, please, please put her front and center on camera. Why would they do that? Because they know it wins for them.
Yeah. So he has people are upset. I think with Jasmine Crockett, in my opinion, the reason why people put her front and center, focus and platform her is because she speaks in a way that it appeals to people who just aren't politicians. Like especially for me,
she's being real.
Yeah, I go to her Twitter all the time to see how she feels about things and how she's expressing herself because I learn what's happening. But then I like how she tells how she honestly feels about things.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
So they can say whatever they want. Why she can't say what she want?
Yes. And I would say you said Stephen A. is in hot water. Stephen A. is not in hot water because this is exactly what he does. He says things and people respond to it. He is provocative. He gets the people going, right? It's all content. Everybody just making content. So it makes for good conversation. Now, as far as what he said about Jasmine Crockett and, me and Stephen A. spoke about this behind the scenes this week, but I don't think any elected official is above critique, but you got to criticize their policy. And it seems like Stephen A. is criticizing her style. And if you are criticizing her style and telling her she needs to change her style to be able to get things done, but also saying that, also telling her to do that, to get things done with one of the most uncouth political figures ever in Donald Trump, then I got to say that, you bugging. All right. Trump talks crazy. So you can't call out Jasmine for allegedly talking crazy, his words, but not Trump. And I also believe that, Tamika Mallory and Bakari Sellers, they need to have a conversation with Stephen A. They should go on Stephen A's show and explain to him why playing nice with Trump doesn't work. And I have no problem with Jasmine Crockett and her opposition or her resistance to Trump. I have no problem with her calling out Trump and challenging the president of the United States of America. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
I agree with you. The problem I do have is, and you can critique anybody you want, but when you're talking about policy, it should be somebody from her district that has that problem. Somebody that is affected by the things that she's doing. And if her district doesn't have a problem with it and her district loves it, that means she's doing the job that they voted for her to do. Yeah. So it should not be an issue or a problem. The other thing that I do hate, and I hate it, and you might not like what Stephen A. Smith says. You might think he's a clown. I've been seeing the chat, and you might disagree with everything he says. But what I can't stand is when somebody wants to cancel somebody based off of their opinion. You might not like their opinion, and their opinion might not suit you, but you can have the right to turn off that TV, to turn off that radio and say, he's not my cup of tea. But I hate the fact when you say, well, I don't like what he has to say, we canceling him. I hate that.
Yeah, you sound like Trump talking about his opposition.
I hate that. I just hate that.
And also, don't want to add this. I love Jasmine Crockett because she's fearless. And I know Jasmine Crockett is about the people. She puts the people first every time. And the reason I know this is because the old guard in both parties don't like her. Republicans kick Jasmine Crockett back in publicly. Democrats kick her back in privately. And at least to me, that's how I know she's a real person. Because both sides be having issues with her. That's when you know a politician is putting the people over party or anything else. When both sides can't stand her.
And I hate she talks street. She's a highly intellectual woman.
How does Trump talk, Ben?
I will say
there is no talking street. She speaks the way that she speaks, and I don't have a problem with it.
I do want to give
H-Town and Jasmine
I do want to say this though to that envy. Stephen A. Smith did take some time to lay out her resume. He does call her educated, and he does all the things, but he doesn't agree with how she talks at the same time. So I do want to say he did say that.
But if you don't agree with Jasmine Crockett, and you're telling Jasmine Crockett she needs to talk a certain way to be able to work with Trump, who talk crazier than Donald Trump? Like that don't make that Stephen A. don't make no logical sense.
And he be two-time, and he be whatever Donald Trump says, he says it twice. I don't know.
It don't even make no logical sense. But once again, I like Jasmine because she's fearless, and I say it a million times. The reason I know she's a real person who puts the people over any party or any politics is because both parties kick her back in. Republicans do it publicly. There's a lot of Democrats who do it privately. And Jasmine Crockett may not be able to say that, but I can.
That's the crazy thing. I didn't even know that until you just said it.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. All right.
But why do they kick her back in? Democrats.
I think because she's effective. And I think that they want, they want people to move a certain way and speak a certain way.
She's unapologetic
and kowtow a certain way, and she's not doing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Simple as that.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got the mix. Today is Usher's birthday.
Yes.
So let me know your favorite
and
Usher
it's
record.
Stephen A. Smith's birthday too. Happy birthday.
It is real.
Yeah, it is Stephen A. Smith's birthday
had to come off his birthday trip
to talk about vacation. That's right.
You know, I ain't mad at him. Get your content and do what you're going to do. He know exactly what to do.
It's the Breakfast Club. Hey, and on chat, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Salute to everybody on the Breakfast Club AM Twitch chat. We'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. And I want to salute again to everybody that I met in China. Salute to the NBA. Salute to Reggie for having me out there. I had an amazing time. I got a chance to DJ the post-party or after-party, whatever you want to call it, to the Brooklyn Nets versus the Phoenix Suns.
Reggie live in China?
Yeah, Reggie live in China, yeah.
He black?
Yep, he's a brother from China.
What made him move out there?
He said he moved out there 25 years ago, and he said he just loves it. He just said he just loves everything about it. He said he makes a lot of money, loves the people, loves the food, loves everything there. So he's kind of like the in-between between anybody that comes down there, and really, really cool dude. He knows everybody from the Chinese... celebrities, actors to the American. Like if you ever go to his page, he has pictures with Kobe to pictures with the Denzel Washington of China. So
oh my god,
yeah, there's a Denzel Washington of China.
Yeah,
well, he's an actor that's like He's
like
so
real
big. Yeah,
like
big in
kind of like
China.
Jackie Chan, but like
Yeah.
in China.
Actually, he was the
He's
one.
another guy.
If you look at my picture sitting courtside, he was the one on the right side of me.
Nice.
Real cool individual. He actually used to live in Jersey, Fort Lee, and then he moved back to China. But yeah, I had an amazing time. So salute again to the NBA. I did a K-pop TikTok with
That's
Jesse.
what's up.
Salute to Jesse. I ran into Jeremy Lin. I ran into Jin. I ran into Sean Marion. I seen Starberry, Stephon Marbury. I seen Tim Hardaway, Vince Carter, Shaquille O'Neal.
That's
Everybody was
what's
out
up,
there
y'all.
in China. We had a great time. So salute to the NBA.
They ain't ask for me over there.
No.
They ain't say like, Jazz, like, where is Ja? Where is Ja? They didn't.
No,
Oh my God.
they really ain't even know me. You know who they was really into?
Who?
Mercedes. Because
For
Mercedes
real?
is 6'3", so they thought she was a WNBA
Yeah.
player. So people were coming up her asking, taking pictures of her, asking what team she
Did
played
she take
for.
advantage out of it?
She sure did.
Yes.
She just sure did. She was like, yeah, I play, and she took pictures. So there's
Hey.
mad people with pictures of Benz that
That's what's up.
Over here posting them, wondering why they ain't getting no likes, wondering why they not getting no comments.
Shut up, yo.
Right.
So salute to everybody in Mackay. Mackay is like the Vegas of China. So there's
Yeah.
like casinos and hotels, and it was just beautiful, man. I had a great time. I can't wait to get back to China. I had a good time. So hopefully next year we can make it back out there. Salute to Miguel for joining us this morning.
Yes, sir. Salute
Love
to-
Miguel.
Man, I love Miguel, man. His new album, Chaos, comes out October 23rd. He hasn't put out an album
Next
in 8
Friday, yep.
years. And, like I told Miguel during the interview, when I listen to Chaos, there's just a feeling that Miguel's sound gives you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just like for him, like people like him, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, I don't need them to put out music every year. I don't, because I'm still vibing off their old catalog
Right,
anyway.
same.
So when they do give us something, I know that it really means something. Just like Kendrick, you know what I mean? Kendrick don't come out all the time. SZA don't come out all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Miguel, he wasn't in no rush, goddammit.
That's right.
But we getting something next Friday.
And also salute to Angela Rod, Tiffany Cross, Andrew Gillum, and Bakari Sellers.
Hey.
The Native Land podcast. They just added Bakari Sellers. So salute to them for joining us.
That's right. Make sure you subscribe to the Native Land podcast on the Reason Choice network with iHeartMedia. You guaranteed to learn something.
And what you got coming up, Jess?
Yo, I got on Halloween and November 1st. I will be in Charlotte, the 704. Make sure you get your tickets if you have not yet. If you wear a Halloween costume, you have the opportunity to win a giveaway. I got prizes and all of that. I'm going to give y'all candy for y'all kids or whatever. Y'all can trust me. Y'all ain't got to do the big checks and all of that. Well, if you want, if you can, if you want to, you can. But get your tickets if you haven't yet. JessHilariousOfficial.com. Me and Desi Alexander will be at Comedy Zone in Charlotte for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, October 31st and November 1st. And also, I just want to shout out Your Favorite African on IG. That's her name. Don't be looking over here. Yeah, her name is Your Favorite African.
Oh.
She's like a dancer. She's an influencer. She's also a businesswoman. She owns 2 braiding shops, which I went to get my hair done at yesterday in New Jersey. She owns one in the Bronx and one in New Jersey, and it's called YFA Lux. Y'all, please book with her. This is lit. I just want to stand up and
How
show
long
her
those
real quick.
braids took?
10 hours.
Oh, okay, that's good.
10 hours.
So the whole time I was on
not
that
bad.
flight, you was getting your hair
But
braided.
it was one girl, yes, but it was only one girl, and she tore it down. Shout out to Day. She is Senegalese braider. Get a braider from Senegal if you want to get your ish rocks up, period.
So wait a minute, time out. How long do those braids last? Because you were there for 10 hours.
I'm gonna keep these in for 3 months. I don't care.
I was about
if
to
they
say,
start looking
all right,
like
3
locks
months.
or not.
3 months makes
I'm
sense.
gonna keep these in for 3 months.
Okay.
But they do touch ups, they do takedowns, they do all of that. They do ankle length braids.
Why you need that?
Yeah, why you need to the ankles?
Who want that?
First of all, your favorite African got them.
Who's my favorite African?
Rose. Her name is Rose. That's her name on Instagram. But
Rose
she got
got
him, and she is fire.
But that's why, Rose.
Sound like,
I don't
yeah,
want to know why.
they drag
I'm not
on the
saying
floor,
it's
you
wrong.
bend your head down, hit the floor.
Exactly. You taking
And
a
the yoke
poo-poo,
is
you gotta
dirty.
lift them up crazy. Like, why?
All right, never mind. Just get your head down, y'all. Love y'all. Bye. Because y'all doing too much.
I ain't never seen nobody with no ankle.
All right, I'm going to show
crazy.
you, and she's killing it. She
Okay.
looks good.
All right.
Don't play with her.
The ends seem like they stink because they.
I know
they
they
No,
stink.
they don't stink. Sorry, Rose. No, they don't stink.
All
What is
right.
wrong with y'all?
You got a positive note?
Yes, the positive note is about friends, man. You don't lose friends because real friends can never be lost. You lose people masquerading as friends, and please understand you're better for it when they're gone. Have a blessed day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?